Good morning. Bonjour. Je m'appelle Monia Mazigh. I am a Canadian author, academic, and human rights activist. I'm joining my voice to justice for all Canada and millions of Canadians who are calling for a ceasefire today, now. A poll was released 2 days ago and shows that 65% of Canadians support a ceasefire, either full or temporary. So why is the Canadian government resisting this call? Why is our Canadian government siding with Israel instead of listening to its own citizens? Why is Canada contradicting its own policies? The right of Israel to defend itself does not and would never be justified with the indiscriminate killing of innocent women and children. In May 2009, after the Israeli military operation on Gaza, Operation Cast Lead, I joined a humanitarian delegation with American organization Code Pink. The purpose of our delegation was to try to break the siege that started already in 2007 on Gaza and never was lifted since as a collective punishment for Palestinians for voting for Hamas. I would like to read some excerpts from my diaries while I visited Gaza. May 31st, 2009. The program for today is to visit the northern Gaza Strip. We passed through Beach Camp, a highly dense camp of refugees. All these refugees are not originally from Gaza. They lost their homes and land after the Nakba of 1948. I saw many factories completely destroyed. The region is named Atatra. It was so affected by the last war. People are still living in tents. From the northern part of Gaza, we can see Ashkelon, what the Palestinians used to name Al-Majdal, part of Israel now. Our first stop was the American International School. The idea to create an American school was apparently initiated by Yasser Arafat. He wanted to build a school that would attract foreign investment in the region, teach the American curriculum, but the building was completely flattened by the IDF. And when we went off our bus to see the damages from close, we were very surprised by the burning smell, a certain smell similar to sulfur. The Israeli border can be seen from the American International School. Jabalia camp is the largest camp in Gaza. It holds about, at that time, of course, 150,000 refugees, 10% of the population. Not far from there, we passed by a destroyed cement factory, Abu Edda cement factory. Beit Lahia school, an elementary school partially destroyed during the war. Nearby, we can see the tents were set for families who were displaced. No houses have been rebuilt yet, as Gaza still lives under siege. No building material are allowed to enter through any border. I can still see some beautiful houses, especially near the beach, some of them unfinished, but some of others completed. The houses look very big from outside, with beige stone covering all the walls, and the red roof giving the impression of a nice summer cottage. The graffiti is all over the city, painted on public walls, on houses and stores. The picture of young men, most likely died as martyrs, are pasted everywhere. The majority of people in Beit Lahia are local people and not refugees. This is the end of my diary here. What we are seeing today is not how different from what happened in 2008 and 2009. The only difference is that the number of civilians killed the numbers of civilians killed is so far 10 times far worse than the arms used today, time more lethal. In this assault on Gaza, the fate of Palestinian women, with which their children bear most of the cost and damage, is completely out of the radar of many feminists. Despite some strong feminist voices who are not intimidated, like Judy Butler, who stated a genocide is taking place with indiscriminate bombing, killing, starvation, the majority of intellectual and feminists are silent. And what is worse, sometimes they are justifying the ongoing massacre, as if the fate of 52,000 pregnant women in Gaza does not matter, as if the statistics of one child killed in 10 minutes is meaningless. How can our feminist commitment and policies be coherent with what is going on in Gaza today? How can we remain silent and forget our feminist principles when it comes to Palestinian women? Or is it easier to defend Iranian women because we despise their government, and harder to defend the Palestinian women because they are bombed by our friend and ally? These double standards used to take long time to be discovered, but with today's technology, the accessibility to information, and the interconnectedness of our world, the king is naked. We need to quickly dress up and stand up for the rights of Palestinian women and children right now. A ceasefire right now.